What's up, YouTube? Who's going fishing? When to go home? What's up, man? Hit that like button when you come in here, man. Where y'all from tonight, man? Think I'm gonna kick back and watch the game, man. Just go live while I'm watching the game, see what we get into, man. See what's going on. I ain't on no BS unless they come over here with some BS. I'm chilling right now. Chilling right this minute. Where my basketball fans at, man? What else was on my mind? I see the dude, Team Alpo dude, did a one-on-one with the dude Mike Marino from the Felons Talk, the John Gresham Talk joint. He want to go live. I heard that call about Eon Williams is a punk. All right, Eon Williams is a punk. Bro, he like 75 years old, 70 years old or some shit, bro. We know he just talking, man. And then he want to sneak this Convict Inc. But we ain't gonna worry about that too much. What about them Knicks? The first comment is a troll. That's how the night gonna be, huh? There you go. I was waiting for you. See, I'm looking for the Knicks to lose tonight. I think the Knicks might win tonight. Oh my God, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar? Ain't nowhere in the world I look like Kendrick Lamar. You can't be trolling, that ain't it. Kendrick Lamar? I don't see it. Chicago ship press to a man's yard, god dang. Indian 5. Pacers gotta hurry up and get them out of here. But I think this game gonna go to the game. You think this series gonna go to game 7? Okay. I like the over. They say you like the over. I ain't doing no betting, but that might be a good call. You know what I mean? That might be a good call. We see how that's gonna go. Somebody going fishing. Nah, man. There you go. All right. I ain't even responding to you. I ain't in that type of mood tonight. I'm gonna just ignore you though. I'm looking for my Pennsylvania crew. I've been having a big contribution from Erie, Pennsylvania, man. Where my Erie crew at? I'm about to do a fundraiser. I'm gonna do a book signing in Erie. Bring my young niggas up there with me, just in case, I ain't stupid now. But South Carolina via Woodbridge. What's up? What it do? You became. I don't know what that means. We gotta get busy. Yeah, I think they gonna pull it off tonight. I ain't gonna lie. What y'all think? My man Juwan in here, he say he don't know, but he think the series going 7 anyway. But shout out to the Knicks for stepping to the plate. They scoring 300 tonight. I want the Pacers to get them out of here because OKC is undersized and I'm not sure if they can handle the Knicks in the finals. So I need the Pacers to beat the Knicks. But if SGA, like everybody say, it don't matter who he play. I bet you he, as an alpha male, a killer, I bet you he don't care who he see. What's up to the UK? What part of the UK you in? What's up? What it do? I ain't seen my UK crew in here lately. What time is it over there? We on NBA playoffs over here in the US. I'm live from Washington, D.C., man. Y'all know what's up over here. That's where the White House at. Take y'all on the roof later on. I'm gonna show y'all the Capitol. New York Knicks. What's up, Jawan? You trying to bet 100 push-ups? I feel like they're gonna do some New York Knicks type shit tonight. Uh-huh. Reggie Miller in the building. Tapping in from Harrisburg, PA 717, uptown to be exact. G, shout out to Harrisburg. I got family in Harrisburg. I fuck with Harrisburg. They get some money in Harrisburg too. I don't know necessarily about the uptown part. I gotta find out where they from. But they treat me good in Harrisburg. Have you seen Jurassic World Rebirth? Nah. Jalen Brunson. Thanks for answering. I'll give him a light. Okay. Appreciate it. And yep, I'm definitely eating uptown. Shout out to Harrisburg, though. Harrisburg, the quietest kept secret in Pennsylvania, I think. Would you agree? They turned up out here in Indy. We're going to do an NBA watch party. That's all we talk about. If they come in here with any goofy shit, you want to click them, man. Because you know I go off left. So just click them. Put the knife in them off the top. Get them out of here. Send them straight up top, all right? Nah, that's how it goes. Just that simple. We ain't going to do no talk. Send them straight up top. I don't want to hear no rapping. You might let him talk about Gully for a minute. We're going to talk about Gully until I find out if he gave this little young girl herpes or not. Allegedly. Did he ever address them allegations? Do anybody know? State capital, Pennsylvania, G. Salute. Appreciate, yeah, gotcha. Stay focused. This game is about to get real. So you watching the game, though, right now. So that's what we on. We already called it. I'm with the Knicks. They started off right. Rapping. What about rapping? But Tyrese Halliburton, he done showed me some things. He showed me something every game he get better. Okay, he in the paint. Oh! This gonna be one of them jumps. This like a heavyweight fight. I'm watching the same game. Oh yeah, I'm watching the same game too. We all watching the game right now. We just chilling, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, man. My name is Jacob, by the way. Okay, Jacob. Jacob is in the Bible and the Quran. You know the significance of that name? Yaqub. That's how you say it in Arabic. Yaqub. You religious? I hope you're having a great day. I mean, ooh, Bridges, bruh. Well, let's say both teams look like they came to play. Cat, good defense, big rebound. Yeah, they gonna work tonight. But New York been starting off kind of good every night. Uh oh, three. Salute, man. You said the videos cheer you up, man. I ain't know that, man. I appreciate that. Little nigga. They is going at each other. Carl Anthony Towns ain't got a lot of footwork with him. If they twist him up or turn him around with a move or two, they got a shot to get to that rack on him. This series has been great so far. Oh yeah, I agree. And I don't even usually like. I wasn't even really respecting the Knicks, but they made big rebound. They made me respect them this year, right now, this season, this team right here. And Jalen Brunson, he's sneaky like that. Oh, not pull the chair out. He trying to say he pulled it. Yeah, they got their emotions flying. Share up that like button. The fuck? He say cheer up that like button, man. What the fuck is y'all doing, bro? Who? Oh. That's Iceman. Shout out to Iceman. Iceman in the building with the big 10-inch jump. Knife. Shake. Give it up. Man, he look like Patrick Ewing a little bit. Let me not say that somebody gonna jump all over. Uh-oh. He hit Cat knee. I need some fruit, bro. I gotta get some fruit. I need some strawberries. You know, my healthy shit, man. Instead of eating chips, I'm gonna eat strawberries. Man, for like shit, come on, bro. You already know. Hit that like button. The fuck? Boop. No bullshit, man. Hit the like button, man. We gonna have a light night. There ain't gonna be too many trolls to game on. Oh, Indiana. Juwan, you real quiet over there. See, that's why I don't be doing the live broadcast while the game on. We gonna end up sitting here just watching me. Now, I mean, if this is my job and I'm an entrepreneur and you know, I'm a YouTuber, I ain't got no problem just sitting there. If I could just cut the thing on and don't say nothing, then that's too sweet. I can just sit here like this and watch the game. That is pure. Ooh, I might give you an ad lib or two. Be on my Young Jeezy shit. Time out. Time out. Look at Spike over that joint looking like a tangerine with a blue shirt on. Halliburton, okay, commercial. What's up? I'm trying to twist up. I ain't gonna be smoking all night, bro. Tell me about the job that's Then for real on the sneak tip, when I get to smoking, I get tired. I be wanting to cut the thing off. But I decided not to lay down to watch the game because the other day when the game slowed down, that shit was putting me to sleep. I dozed off, woke up, I was like, damn, I'm about to miss the game. Oh, nah, Juwan said, nah, I'm multitasking, but yeah, this cool because you like a commentator. Oh, you know what, Juwan? Just for you. We gonna do this during the commercial. I said, let me leave this magazine out just in case he get in here. That's a great answer. Sounds like you're ready. Hey, James, thanks for joining us. This would be easier if I could do everything from the logo. This the jump right here, Juwan. Now that's a tomato. Sheboygan. State Farm with the assist. There go your man, Juwan. The beach. You from DC, right? All day, born and raised. Now you think you know so much, Juwan. Don't be over there using Google. You really are an MJ fan. I told you since a little kid, I got MJ VHS tapes in my grandmother's basement right now. They kept them while I was in jail and everything. Everybody knew not to get rid of them. I got Come Fly With Me. Like, that joint probably worth some money. I got to Come Fly With Me, not DVD, but VHS tape. This is a collector's edition. This magazine right here costs $89. Okay, that's sweet. Boom. Okay, Big Texas in here. So do y'all ever think y'all will ever bring back a state prison? I don't know. I ain't really a fan of a state prison, but if we could bring all the homies back, yeah. But we never had a prison inside D.C. anyway. The prison was in Virginia. I don't believe they're going to build a prison in D.C. And right now, with the administration that's in the White House, it would have to come through Congress. They don't give a fuck about a prison in D.C. right now. They like D.C. niggas all over the world, all over the map. Meech is king. Bruh, if Meech is king, whether he was hot or not, ain't no nigga my king. Fuck wrong with you? Martin Luther King ain't my king. Fuck is wrong with you? Come on, we're talking about Meech is king. You sound like you would do that for Meech. Let me cut this light on. I'm gonna see what you know, Juwan. All right, you still with me, right? Oh, the game on. We gonna do this in the commercial. Cause right now the game closed. Okay, Knicks. But I'm gonna see what you know tonight, Juwan. You ready? I think I'm gonna do a story on Cadillac since I see the Bammers wanted to slander Cadillac name. I think I'm gonna do a story. You just gonna sit on me? I think I'm gonna do a story on Cadillac, you know, some of his younger years. Cause on the Team Alpo show, the Up for Debate show, the dude Mike put out some false information about Cadillac. The dude Mike Marino said that Cadillac was doing this and doing that in Lawton's Youth Center. For the record, if there's any of my prison genre buffs on here, Cadillac was never in Lawton Youth Center. That's a lie or falsehood, whichever way. What's the difference in the lie and the falsehood? Sometimes a falsehood is told because the person who's telling it don't know the truth. A lie is told with intent to deceive. He might be straight up lying. Bucket. All right, they running now. Facts, you 1 year younger than Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson said he was starstruck when he first met Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. I agree with that when Iverson said that. Yes, sir. Only reason I'm saying it is because you know your family got to ride far places. Oh, yeah, my family traveled as far as Arizona to see me while I was in prison. And they came 6, 7 deep. That was all. That was thousands of dollars spent. Maybe $10,000. God damn. Jalen is doing some wild shit. I just feel like the state is fucked up on y'all and like, but I did hear back in the day, like in the 60s, y'all did have a state. Bro, we ain't never had a state. We had Lord Department of Corrections. That didn't close until 2001, but it was in Virginia, about 30 minutes outside of Washington, D.C., about 30 minutes south. All right, so the first joint on here, Juwan, it says, how well do you know the GOAT? How well do you know the GOAT, Juwan? Oh, he say very well. You right there. You you sitting on top of the jump. MJ's. All right. How well do you know the GOAT? God damn. That boy got a shot like a video game trigger. The highlight of Michael Jordan's historic career are like a basketball bedtime story. Everyone knows how it goes. From his disappointment in initially failing to make his high school varsity team, 2 years of frustration at the fouling hands of the Detroit Pistons, to the 6 rings, the brief baseball career, and yes, even his comeback with the Washington Wizards. You know they're going to have DC in there. Nestled within this timeline are the specific games, the moments, and the feats that separate the casual fan from the expert. Juwan, you might be an MJ expert. Let me turn this joke down a little bit. Bucket. Okay, they shooting it out now. This not gonna be a shootout. This book is about those details, including background on Jordan's college roommates. To 3 different jersey numbers. Let's stop right there, Juwan. I'm talking to you, but anybody can answer. What's the 3 numbers Michael Jordan? What's his 3 jersey numbers? I know that off the top of my head. What's the 3 jersey numbers of Mike? Good old days, no internet, and the world was bigger back then. Yeah, fans and players were more diehard. What's the 3 jersey numbers that Michael Jordan wore? 23. You right. You scored a brand new card. 23, we know 23 was one, right? Iceman said 12, 23, and 45. Nah, There you go, right there, John Doe. 45, 9, and 23. It don't say that right here, but I know that. That's why Donovan Mitchell wear 45. You know that, right? And the only reason that he got that might be wrong, right? Because he did wear the number 45, 9, and 23. Those official numbers, but he wore a number, I want to say 12, one night by accident. They might not have this in there because that's not an official number. But if a person wanted to argue and debate me, you could look it up. He wore the number 12, I believe, one night of his career because somebody stole his jersey. Do anybody know what I'm talking about? His jersey was stolen. Bam. I don't be just, I might know a little, damn. I might know some sports. And that's not even in here, but the answer to that question is not in this part of the book. This is the beginning of it. But they cooking so much, I can't even get through it. Someone stole his jersey. Yeah, okay, so people know that he wore that number 12 because his jersey was stolen. All right, so that means he wore 4 different numbers then. They only asking this question right here in regard to the 3 official numbers of MJ. So question is, Texas in here? Yeah, shout out to Texas. I think we had some Texas people in here. All right, they're at the free throw line. Okay, boom. 3, yes, the jersey numbers that Jordan wore during his long tenure with the Chicago Bulls. All right, boom. If you think you know Jordan now, you will really know him by the time you reach the end of this special edition. The game of basketball has never known another player like MJ. That's what makes it so much fun to relive, remember, and rediscover all of the details that make up his legacy. What you think about that, Juwan? So, question I was taking, all right, boom. Okay, the early years. There you go, Juwan. There go your man. The early years. From humble beginnings to a legend. From humble beginnings, a legend was born. Now, Juwan, it's the same magazine that I got that Adrian Dantley question out of. Oh, how was Texas and the Feds? I was only around a couple Texas guys. I can't speak a whole lot on them. The ones I was around was cool dudes, though. Can you have an N-word pass? If you got to ask that question, then the answer is hell no. And a foul, all right. North Carolina, okay. I got one of 23,000 MJ rookie cards. For real? That's what's up. I got one for y'all. What's one of MJ's biggest fears to this day? What, flying? Adrian Dantley work in Baltimore. Oh yeah, I ain't know that. All right, so what they say right here, number 1, chapter 1. In which city was Michael Jordan born? All right. Juwan, me and you talked, all right, boom, commercial. Me and you talked about this before. In what city was Michael Jordan born? I think a lot of people know that now. But me and you talked about this on the side, Juwan. Iceman, I got one of y'all. I got one for y'all. Water. He almost drowned back in the day. Okay, salute. I ain't know that. Is that the answer that you was looking for? All right, let's see what else is. Brooklyn. Okay. Juwan, I was waiting. Me and you both know Brooklyn, but let's see what this what it say. It say, despite his North Carolina connections, Jordan was actually born in Brooklyn, New York. His father, James, was born and raised in North Carolina, and the family moved back there when Michael was a child. So when me and you was debating, Juwan, remember I said, yo, he wasn't born that night and then left. They saying he moved back to North Carolina as a child. He repped that, but he lived in Brooklyn for some time. He moved back to North Carolina as a child, but for a brief period, Michael's older siblings lived with their grandparents while James and Michael's mother, Dolores, moved to Brooklyn so James could receive training in airplane mechanics. February 17th, 1963, at Cumberland Hospital in Brooklyn's Fort Greene neighborhood. 3 years later, boxer Mike Tyson was born in the same hospital, which closed in 1983. Did y'all know that? Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson were born in the same hospital 3 years apart. He said, I used to collect cars as a young nigga. I tried to, but I always lost the damn cars. It may be some Redskin cars that the Officer Friendly niggas used to give out at the school as a kid in my house. Like Dexter Manley, Charles Mann, Mark Mays, Art Monk, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders, Joe Theismann, John Riggins, Joe Washington, Sonny Jurgensen. I know all them cars in the basement of my grandmother's house somewhere. Nah, look up the Larry King interview. He left NYC at 1 year old and 4 months. Okay, I ain't gonna debate you, Juwan. I'm just saying this is what who makes these? I think these joints made by Time Magazine. I think these they little special edition joints. But it said he lived there as a child for some time. And Mike Tyson and Michael Jordan was born in the same hospital in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. How many of my Brooklyn people in here knew that? I got all them joints. Oh, all the joints I just named? Oh, shout out to you, bro. You got an Instagram page? All right, what's the second jump? The early years. All right, so that's number one. Number two. Which UNC article of clothing did Jordan wear during games throughout his pro career? That's one for you, Juwan. I ain't even read the answer to this. Look at Jalen Brunson. Oh, that is a major foul. He been fouled. You heard the question, right, Juwan? Which UNC article of clothing did Jordan wear during his games throughout his pro career? Sub crispy chicken. What the fuck was you talking about? Lane Pavin. That's how you say that? Did I say that right? Lane Pavin. King Falcon. Lane Pavin and King Falcon said shorts. I guess I'm gonna show you my book. I follow your IG. All right. That's what I was trying to get at. You must know what I was saying. So if you follow me on IG, send me a picture of some of them cards and whatever you want me to check out about the book to my IG page, whether it be DC Blacks or Uptown Eon. You should send it to Uptown Eon because it don't get a lot of traffic. I know I see the message. That's where I do all my journalism, author. Damn, that was an air ball. That's where I do all my little journalism publishing business. So hit me on Uptown Eon, UPTON, Uptown Eon, all together. That's my personal Instagram page. Damn! All right, let me see some. Shorts. UNC. Okay, Juwan got the answer exactly correct. I learned that from watching Space Jam. See how Michael Jordan legacy has been immortalized in our minds from Space Jam to Come Fly With Me to all them other jokes I was telling you about. But Juwan got the answer exactly correct. The book says Jordan wore Tar Heel blue practice shorts under his uniform shorts in the NBA. The superstition became known with the 1996 movie Space Jam. Damn, it was sitting in my hand, Juwan. I didn't even read it. When the 1996 movie Space Jam featured a scene in which Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck snuck into Jordan's house to retrieve his good luck charm. To make his UNC shorts more comfortable and unseen, Jordan started wearing longer, baggier Chicago Bulls uniform shorts. The style choice became a basketball fashion trend in the early 1990s. Homecoming, Patrick Ewing to the right center was in college when he saw his former high school, Cambridge Range and Latin, play in a 1982 game at Boston College. That's a picture, a rare exclusive picture of Patrick Ewing when his team was playing in Boston College. They got a lot of little exclusive rare pictures in here, but they say that's why Mike started wearing baggy shorts, because you can see his Tar Heel blue practice shorts underneath his Chicago Bull Jones. I think I follow that joint too. Okay, send it to the Uptown Eon Jones. What the fuck type weird shit you on? A little bit too much hesitation. Okay, so we got 2 questions out of the way. We got a third one. Shout out to my man Juwan. So far, he is the big expert on Michael Jordan, like he said. Where Brunson at? Brunson gonna hit it. You might as well foul him, bro. They say these niggas ain't missing. Man, you ain't lying on that one right here. Over and back. Backcourt on the people. This third question they got in here is, in 2012, the McDonald's High School All-American Games listed as 35 greatest players. Which two of Jordan's teammates in the 1981 event made that list? That's for you, Juwan. I would have never been able to guess this one. Which two of Jordan's teammates made the list? In 2012, the McDonald's High School All-American Games listed its 35 greatest players. Which two of Jordan's teammates in the 1981 event made that list? That's a hard question for real. Need Towns hit 2 threes for me. Oh yeah, Towns been draining the 3. He might hit the 2 threes for you. Juwan said, I don't know that one. Man, you had to be a statistician. How you say that word? Statistician? You had to be one of them dudes. Ron Harper and Pippen. Nah, that ain't it. I'm gonna give y'all this one because I don't think nobody gonna guess this one because you would have to know the players of the 1981 event that made the list. That's a hard question. This is the answer to it. Let me see before somebody else. Yes to the Kid Cudi question, in my opinion, yeah. Like, I ain't gonna get into all that Kid Cudi shit, but he testified for the government, bro. Wasn't even born in 81. All right, here you go, right here. Hall of Famers Patrick Ewing and Chris Mullin from the Pacers that's on right now also made the cut. So they were one of the 35 greatest players in McDonald's High School All-American history. Hold up, bro. All right. Ewing, Mullin, and Jordan were teammates on the East team in 1981. The team was helmed by Ewing's high school coach, Mike Jarvis, who later became an NCAA head coach. Jordan scored a game-high 30 points, but Adrian Branch and Aubrey Sherrod split MVP honors. Coincidentally, both players were later drafted by the Bulls, but neither played a pro game for Chicago. All right, there you go, Juwan. You learned something tonight? I can't front. I wasn't even gonna try to guess that one. Wasn't even born. All right, boom. Let's go to the next one, Juwan. Commercial time. Number 4. You know that famous shot right there, so it's gonna have something to do with that. You know that famous shot right there, Juwan? You know that famous shot? Who don't know that famous shot? Wasn't even born. All right, boom. Number 4. Against which team did Jordan hit the game-winning shot in the 1982 NCAA title game? For real, Juwan, that question shouldn't be for you. Not only is it too easy for you, but we are from the DMV. We should all know who he hit that shot against. So don't answer the question, Juwan. Let's see if somebody else can get that one. I had to ask, not to distract, but if he was subpoenaed, then he wouldn't have a choice in the matter. So I figured that might change things. You always got a choice in the matter. If the police subpoena me and I'm supposed to be a street guy and they subpoena me against you right now, before they ever subpoena me, however they get me down there to talk to them, Georgetown, that's correct. G-Town, they knew that. I knew Juwan knew that, but that's exactly what it is. But you can always plead the fifth, or you can tell the prosecutor that you don't know. You had to tell them something for them to force you to be, for them to subpoena you and tell you to tell the jury what you told them. You had to already tell them something. Now, in some of that shit with that Diddy case, some of those people, names came up in wiretaps, phone conversation, and other people told on them. So maybe in that situation, there would be some other type of justification or explanation based upon what you're trying to say. But if P. Diddy go to jail, or Sean Combs go to jail, I don't know what the fuck we call him no more. Puff go to jail, and he looking at his case. Kid Cudi, whatever his government name is going to be a witness in the case. There's no way around that. But back to this right here. As a freshman at UNC, Jordan hit a jumper with 15 seconds remaining. I remember that game like yesterday. I saw that game in Atlanta, Georgia at my aunt's house. 15 seconds remaining to give the Tar Heels a 63-62 victory over Georgetown. Jordan scored 16 points and added 9 rebounds in the winning effort. Jordan's Tar Heels lost to Georgia in the East Regional Finals the next season. And in 1984, they lost to Indiana in the East Regional Semifinals. Jordan finished his college career with 165 points in 10 NCAA tournament games. They got a magical moment. To tell the truth, Jordan said after his game-winning shot gave UNC his first national title since 1957, I didn't see it go in. I didn't want to look. Damn. Did you know that, Juwan? That's the shot that made him famous. AE, do you think Bias would have been better than MJ? Don't say that with Juwan on here. That's always been a debate. I don't know. Juwan gonna go off on that. But the universe of the NBA would have been different with Len Bias and Michael Jordan in the lead at the same time. I will say that. All right, we on number 5. Hold on. We're going to save a number 5, Juwan. Let me get a sip of water. I might need to roll up, too. I was trying to wait to halftime to roll up. I took the dogs out early, so they good. I might take them out on a late night tonight. I kind of like walking the streets late at night, walking through the alleys and all the shit when ain't nobody outside. I got Pitbull with me. And I got that other demo with me. Ice Man, you know what's up, Juwan in here. You better not say what was up with Len Bias or yada, 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 yada. You better not say no shit like that with Juwan in here. They cooking in this joint. It smell good. I love Len Bias, but let's not go there. I told you what Juwan was gonna do. I don't know who would the money go to, Jordan or Bias. I can only be one face of the league. It can only be one face of the league. Well, my imagination won't let me unsee Michael Jordan. So if you put the question like that, I can't imagine anybody other than Jordan. That shit is etched in my head, just like Juwan said. He knew the answer to the Tar Heel shorts because he grew up and he saw Space Jam. They up 10 that fast. I ain't do nothing but start talking for a minute. They up 10. They go one of them threes for you, Holmes. Cat hit one more 3. He got one more 3 for you. Just saying, Bias was a beast and served MJ up a few times. Juwan gonna have a problem with that. Somebody did say, good body. The NBA wanted Jordan to be the face, and Jordan also earned it. He definitely earned it. Mike definitely saved the NBA. Magic Bird was getting old on the way out. Yeah, let me get my sheets. There was a Muslim brother in the league who Jordan some work too. and Penny Hardaway. Who you talking about? This nigga Gully be dick riding New York so hard, bro. Somebody just sent me some shit, but are you talking about Sharif? You talking about Sharif? Is that the player you was talking about? They used to play for Denver Nuggets? Jordan didn't guard bias, but Merlin couldn't beat North Carolina because Carolina had stars other than Jordan. That's true. Let's not forget Jordan won Player of the Year in college. Okay, now they coming back. They coming back. But remember this, some of them games, some of that footage that been leaked about Michael Jordan and Len Bias, they wasn't from real collegiate games. They was from some other type of games. I don't want to say AAU or pickup games, but it's been some footage that circled around amongst the. He damn hurt. Some DMV basketball circus. They got some footage of Mike and Len Bias playing in some type of pickup game. Do anybody know what I'm talking about? People fail to forget Mike ain't win till all them dudes retired or got old. Hold on. He took that shit from Magic. Magic was still around. They beat Magic in them. But see, bro, you said you wasn't alive in '81, though. I'm gonna leave you alone. Michael Jordan and them beat the Lakers. Chris Jackson is who we talking about. Oh, I bet. Raouf. That's who I thought he was talking about, Raouf. Yeah, he talking about, man, y'all done said, yeah, Raouf. Yeah, Chris Jackson. All right. Worthy, Sam Perkins, MJ, all on same squad. Spanked them. James Worthy, and remember, James Worthy was a quote-unquote better player than Michael Jordan in college. Mahmoud Raouf. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, see, that's why I like, man. See, Jawan be coming up. Oh, shit, it's commercial. Here go number 5, Jawan. Where you at? The dude he talking about is you said Muhammad Raouf? I thought his name was Mahmoud Raouf. Yeah. Or however you say his name. He got blackballed from the game. Yeah, that's him. All right, number 5. Who Number 5, who did Team USA defeat in the 1984 Olympics gold medal game? There you go, Juwan. Who did Team USA defeat in the 1984 Olympics gold medal game, Juwan? Since you know so much. Uh-oh. Somebody said, Vlad Bamby said, Spain. Vlad Bamby said Spain. KD said, oh, shout out to KD. Dominique didn't have a team. He used to bust Jordan ass. Damn, that's a great question. Yeah, Vlad Bamby got it right. The United States beat Spain 96 to 65 to win the gold medal at the 1984 Olympics. Jordan scored 20 points in the gold medal game and averaged a team high of 17.1 points in 8 Olympic games in 1984. Future Hall of Famers Chris Mullin and Patrick Ewing, both of whom played one more season in college, were key contributors. And this was during the era when the United States Olympic basketball roster was made up of amateurs. You got that? You got that, Jawan? Yeah, shout out to Vlad Bamby. That's a hell of a name, too. Dominique never bust Jordan ass. Look at the averages per game against Dominique. I don't know enough about them stats to debate that one. I mean, Dominique was a hell of a player, but Jordan was out of this world. Dominique had Doc Rivers. Not when he was a coach, though. Kevin Wellers, not to put the 10-4 Kofi on, but I find it suspicious all the dudes who could challenge Jordan position as that dude in the league, something happened to them. Damn, that's crazy. Pure gold. Led by Jordan, Team USA hit 55.7% of its shots over 8 games at the 1984 Olympics while winning by an average margin of 32.1 points. They spanked everything in the world. Nobody but Jordan Nash. Look at his average against anyone. Uh-oh, Juwan, somebody in here is up on their Jordan history like you. Dominique always held his own. We got to get Dominique that, though, bro. Delonte West, Reds from DMV, was so nice. He went to college in Philly. Shout out to Delonte West. Yeah, you're right. Vernon Maxwell used to go to war with Jordan. Okay, KD. What Iceman said there. There's one guy Jordan admitted he feared on the court. Who was that? They lost to Texas Tech in the Elite Eight. Oh, Vlad Bam, you know his shit down. Hey, with Juwan. We got a basketball head in here. Yes, Dominique did hold his own, but he ain't bust Jordan as nobody did. Hey, Kevin ain't going for that shit. Ron Harper, Cleveland Cavaliers before the knee injury bust Jordan ass. Check the stats. Now see, now y'all getting out my pay grade. Hakeem, what about Hakeem? Vernon Maxwell admitted Jordan used to bust his ass. Kevin know his shit. Mitch Richmond gave Jordan some problems. What y'all think about that one? Mitch Richmond, I do remember he called himself giving Jordan some problems. Gary Payton called himself giving Jordan some problems too. Called himself. That's who he feared. You can look it up. Who, Vernon Maxwell or Mitch Richmond? Jordan and Nick played different positions. All right, but hey, Mitch Richmond was who you was talking about, huh? Ron Harper was good, but again, he never bust Jordan ass. And Hakeem Olajuwon didn't win shit until Jordan retired. That's a fact. Shout out to the Dream, though. Man, that was an amateur double dribble. What was he doing? I think he was getting ready to pass it. Glenn Rice buzzed Jordan ass. Penny Hardaway used to give MJ buckets. Shaq was only man Jordan feared slightly because of his size and dominance. Penny Hardaway definitely gave Jordan some work. Listen, I've been watching the NBA since 1979. I'm with whatever questions. All right, number 6. Who was Michael Jordan's college roommate? I don't think nobody gonna get this one. Who was Michael Jordan's college roommate? Hold on. Watching the NBA, boom. Dream beat Jordan every time during the season. They never met in the finals. All right, shit. I played against Delonte West and Mike Sweeney all 4 years of high school. Delonte West was the truth. Bruh said Kenny Smith, nah, wasn't Juwan. How you get that one, Juwan? Juwan got that motherfucker. That nigga bad motherfucker. Juwan got that joke. It was Buzz Peterson. It say Buzz Peterson roomed with Jordan at UNC. Peterson edged out Jordan for the 1981 High School Player of the Year honors in North Carolina. Both players enrolled at UNC. While Jordan ascended to stardom, Peterson was more of a role player who averaged 4.3 points per game across 4 seasons. He was drafted into the NBA in the 7th round but chose to play overseas. What followed was a 16-season college coaching career that spanned 5 different schools. Jordan was best man at Peterson's wedding in 1990. Buzzworthy note. Buzz Peterson above, oh, he's in that picture, in 2003 as the head coach at the University of Tennessee, compiled a 267 to 229 record as a head coach for 5 different college teams. Hey, Juwan, how did you know that answer right there? Okay, New York. New York tied that shit up. New York cleaned that shit up. Glenn Rice, hold on, Buzz Peterson. Glenn Rice and Penny used to barbecue Jordan ass. Barbecue? Glenn Rice ain't never bust Jordan ass because Jordan won every year they played one another. Look up the series. All right, Matt Doherty. Laughing like shit. This nigga using Google. Hey, I don't think Juwan using Google, bro. That ain't really his style. Hold on, let me move this chair. I don't think Juwan using Google. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had to bet my money, that's my sportsman. Real talk, if I had to bet my money, I would say Juwan not using Google. Juwan is an encyclopedia. Salute to our sportsman. He know what he know. He only missed one question tonight. Dream did win more games than Jordan regular season, but it's not Jordan's fault. Hakeem couldn't beat Phoenix or the Jazz to make it to the finals. All right, bro, I'm chilling, man. He Googled that shit. How he know a random dude like that? I never heard of Buzz Peterson. That's a picture of him right here. I never heard of him. He said because MJ Hall of Fame speech in 2008. See, that's why I believe Juwan. When every time he asks a question that's off the wall and I say, how you know that? He give you the answer. I said, boom. I didn't know that Michael Jordan wore the Tar Heel shorts under the Chicago Bulls shorts. Juwan said, boom, I knew that because I saw Space Jam. Trip out about it, I saw Space Jam and don't remember that. Then I asked this question. He answered it. My man said, Juwan using Google. The reason why I don't believe he using Google, because I said to myself, soon as he answered, God damn, how you know the question? Soon as I said, how you know, he told you. MJ's Hall of Fame speech, 2008. I didn't even watch it. Juwan, a real Michael Jordan connoisseur, bro. I get it to him. Sir, he told Juwan that, laugh out loud. So, Mad Stevie, he franchise didn't do more in the league. Used to love his game. Oh, so mad he didn't do more in the league. Okay. Hope y'all took that over. What you mean? Stevie, yeah, I get it. Juwan just watched a lot of basketball as I did. Oh, that's what you think, Cam? Cam said Juwan just watched a lot of basketball, but he watched things related to basketball too. Yeah, Buzz was a coach. Okay, Cam. Ralph Sampson is Wemby before Wemby. Okay. Grant Hill was on Jordan's heels before he got hurt. And in fact, Grant was ill. Y'all gotta stop with comparing anyone to Jordan. Yes, Grant Hill was good, but he was more like Scottie Pippen than Jordan. Damn. See what I'm saying? Everyone who gave Jordan some work, something happened to Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, Raul shaking my head. That's suspect. That was a perfect time for you to bang that jump. Hold on one second. Let me get some mic. I got one for you. Who do you think is the best player from our area? Kevin Durant. I don't think, can't nobody dispute that. Hold on one second, y'all. I ain't going nowhere. People's in here cooking. They got a little hot. All right, I'm back. Hold on. Grant needed to develop a three-pointer. Hold on, y'all went in. Well, I only walked away for a second. See what I'm saying? Evan who gave Jordan some work, ran through suspect. Okay, I got one for you. Who was the best player in our area? I said KDR. A lot of great players from Chirac, Eddie Jones, Tim Hardaway, Mark Aguirre, True, Antoine Carr, Doc Rivers, KG, Isaiah Thomas, Mo Cheeks, etc. Facts. Grant needed to develop the three. Y'all bugging with the MJ disrespect. It's the lead, naturally. He gonna have people who give him some work, but that doesn't mean they better than him or bust his ass. Y'all showing y'all age. Yes, we are. KD had hands. I don't know why y'all thought Rod Strickland was from here years ago. Where Rod Strickland from? Jordan just had a winning attitude. Nobody had that fighting instinct like Jordan. Jordan played hurt and sick and was still scoring 40 points in games. Let's not forget that. Okay. I know I am. Okay. Rod Strickland is from the Bronx. Okay, he a New York player. Rod Strickland is from New York. He the Bronx to be exact. Len Bias went to Suitland. I don't know what school Len Bias went to. High school wise. Okay, New York. Rod Strickland played for DePaul. Man, they gonna give him a three? Man, that was trifling. Bias went to Northwestern. Oh, PG County still. Right? Derrick Rose too. Yeah, shout out to Derrick Rose. New York, Rod Strickland, mama. From the Bronx. They say Rod Strickland was making babies in South Beach. He said Mike Beasley represent DC. Buzz Peterson. Okay, so I didn't even know. That was a picture of him and Buzz Peterson. DMB, I think I'm from Maryland. Maybe that's why I thought he was from here. I'm chilling. If you look at the team Jordan had when Boston had Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Danny Ainge, and the Pistons had Isaiah Thomas, Vinnie Johnson, Adrian Danley, another DC homer, and Rick Mahorn. All Jordan had was a bum Orlando Woolridge. Nah, he from PG County. Hold on, he from PG County, Maryland. Like Kevin Durant. Oh, I knew him when I was younger. They grew up in Sea Pleasant, Maryland, and I grew up in Capitol Heights before Pippen. Okay. Juwan do be knowing what he talking about on that tip. I give him that. All right, we had a whole nother section now. Let's say chapter 1, the early years. Number 7. See something real quick. I wanted them Converse weapons so bad, the Laker ones. Oh yeah, I wanted them Reeboks, the black and white jumps, the Lim Bias ones that we was talking. For people thinking I'm bullshitting for knowing MJ roommate Buzz Peterson, you will hear him talk about him in his Hall of Fame speech. I'm gonna check it out, Javon. I believe you. They gave Jordan the best defenders, Scottie Pippen and Rodman. I had them Converse weapons and the uniform, the warm-ups. Damn. Prime objective, aka Lonnie, is a tough DC player. Uh-oh, 60 to 56. Juwan Brock grew up in Capitol Heights, laughing like shit off of Larchmont, Big Bedside. Why? MJ played with crackheads in the 80s. What? All right, so what it say? It say the consensus NCAA player of the year in 1984, Jordan was named Sporting News Player of the Year as a sophomore in 1983. Who won every other major player of the year honor in 1983? That was a loaded question. Did you get that, Jawan? Who won every other major player of the year honor in 1983? Horace Graham Bison were tough forwards for the Bulls. Yeah, they were tough forwards for the Bulls. But Kevin, if that dude, he had that dude, the athleticism and skills Jordan had compared to the dude you just named, you telling me Jordan couldn't overcome that? Jordan had the best three-point shooters, best rebounders, and the best defenders, even before Rodman. Don't forget about Horace Grant. Man, so come on. Nobody on Central Avenue in Capitol Heights know nothing about basketball. What? I'm chilling. It's a team game. One player can't beat 5 players with no help. They dropping that shit. Hey, Boogie got it. Ralph Sampson. I ain't see Juwan. I ain't see you say. You ain't even try to answer that one. Yeah, it say Virginia's Ralph Sampson was the 1983 Player of the Year for the Naismith Award, Associated Press Wooden Award, Oscar Robertson Trophy, and the National Association of Basketball Coaches. The 7'4" center and future Hall of Famer was the no-brainer first overall pick in the 1983 NBA draft and went on to win Rookie of the Year honors. Ralph Sampson, hey Boogie got that jump. Pippen was a beast on the low. Yeah, Pippen came later. But you just said he had the best three-point shooters and rebounders. Shit, KD, you tripping. I grew up on 7th Avenue by the Red Place. You talking about Johnny Boys, right? That's down there southeast. Bad shot. I didn't like that shot either. I'm fucking with you, though. By the rib jump, that's small-minded to say no one in Capitol Heights don't know nothing about basketball. I'm talking before Pippen, blah, 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 blah. Yes, Ralph Sampson was the greatest college player to ever win a NCAA title. Better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I'm a Googling nigga. Oh, you did Google. All right. Juwan answering these joints off the top. Fly Slammer Jammer. I didn't know that. Okay, boom. You ain't know that one. All right, Juwan. Cool. He said he using Google though. All right, number 8. True or false? True or false? True or false? True or false? You ready? Be ready to type. True or false? Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. True or false? Nah, Kareem is the truth. Okay. He did have the best rebounders, three-point shooters. Craig Hodges, John Paxson, Ralph Sampson never won an NCAA title. Don't forget Steve Kerr. Don't forget Bushler. Don't forget Tony Kukoc. Halliburton shoot that jump like Steph. As soon as he step across the line, he'll let that joint go. Ralph Sampson is the greatest college athlete to ever win an NCAA title. You ever thought you would be doing content years ago? Hell nah. I was in the streets. I was hustling. I never wanted my face out there. True common knowledge. Oh, somebody said true. That's common knowledge. All right, well, watch when I read what this history say. Hold on, they banging right here. 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. 17 seconds. Indiana gonna win the half. To never win an NCAA title. Boom, Langston Turge, TV. What's up, 1991? What's that about? Larry Johnson used to get Jordan's problems. He used to punish his ass. Pause and shaking my head. I'm always having a shooter. No better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 3 NCAA titles. Clyde the Glide was like that too back in the day. Jordan bust his ass. All right. Oh, this is what it say right here. It say false. Okay. True or false? Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Everybody said true. The History magazine says that's false. Jordan was never cut from the team. As a sophomore at Laney High School, Jordan, who was only 5'10", tried out for the varsity, but was placed on the junior varsity squad. The story of him being cut isn't true, but the idea that a slight from high school coaches motivated him to improve is accurate. Jordan was the star of the JV team, and his work ethic, along with his 5-inch growth spurt, earned him a spot on the varsity roster for his final 2 seasons. What you think about that, Juwan? Jordan lied like Shaquille lied about David Robinson disrespecting him. Ralph Sampson was the greatest player to never win an NCAA title. Kareem is the greatest player to ever play college basketball. Kareem won 3 NCAA. Hey, thanks for saying that again. That's why I said, see, you said it's 1979. You've been watching sports, especially NBA, longer than me. There go your man Mike cooking. Man, she got the house smelling like a motherfucking 5-star restaurant. Making me hungry. Hold on, I had to sit the magazine down. I don't want to get that junk wet. All right, so head of the class, Ralph Sampson to the left was selected by the Houston Rockets with the first overall pick of the 1983 NBA Draft. I think we all know that. Jay-Z done made that famous. I ball for real. Y'all niggas just saying buoy. That's Ralph Sampson. Currency, I respect that. Great take. What'd he say? Yeah, I like the way he put that, Juwan. Yeah, Juwan had to respect that. Okay. I know you a sports head, and Juwan respect what you talking about. I respect that too, by the way. Imagine going to your high school game and a young MJ was balling. You probably remember that for life. All right, what's the other one? What was Jordan's college major? I bet you don't get this one, Juwan. What was Michael Jordan's college major? That's what they call this on a trivia book. What was Michael Jordan's college major? Somebody said business. You ain't get that one, A Boogie. Kevin Curry say, I also played against Stephon Marbury's kids. He played for the Flames out of Coney Island. I played for Visitation Hawks out of Red Hook, Brooklyn. Shout out to Red Hook, Brooklyn, bro. And you just told me something. I ain't know that they played out of Coney Island. I got some pictures. We did an event in Coney Island and Red Hook. Shout out to Red Hook. The whole somebody, A Boogie said, oh, what you guessing now, A Boogie? Not Art Jawan. Michael Jordan major is some kind of news weatherman thing. Jawan a bad motherfucker. It's not that, Jawan, but you close enough because it's something that he wanted to do. What happened to Sebastian Telfair? I don't know. I think he had a blood clot. That's what I think. Stephon is from Coney Island. I'm from Red Hook. Yeah, shout out to you. You play from Murray. All right, look, Jawan, this the answer. What was Jordan's college major? Michael Jordan majored in coastal geography at the University of North Carolina, though he left school for the NBA after 3 years, right? He later completed his degree requirements and graduated in 1986. Jordan has repeatedly stated that his dream job outside of sports was to be a weatherman. He described his college program as an introduction to meteorology. So, coastal geography would have been an introduction to meteorology, according to him. He said geography, or somebody just said that now. Cultural geography. Coastal, not cultural. Coastal geography. Oh, there go my New York man, Jawan. My New York Knicks fan man in here. 6'6" weatherman. Well, they said if he wasn't doing sports, geography. So Michael Jordan majored in coastal geography. I didn't even know that was a major, y'all. Jawan Google fingers is quick. Vlad Bambi don't believe Jawan know that shit. But Jawan, when he said something about meteorologist or weatherman, I was like, this nigga is an almanac of Michael Jordan. He also had a 4.5 GPA. We got somebody else in here to know that Michael Jordan shit, Jawan. He also had a 4.5 GPA. Sebastian got into trouble just like Jamal Tinsley did. I also played against Charles Jones, who used to play for the Chicago Bulls, and Jamal Tinsley, who is from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn. You play for Glenn when you play Visitation Hooks. Oh, you got a couple real basketball guys in here tonight. All right, boom. Oh my God, man, this food killing me, man. Kev, what year you played? Stone Cold Charles Jones. Oh, y'all done went deep into the New York history. Okay, hey, Jawan, this is the section of the book you gonna love. The rise of Air Jordan. MJ goes pro and becomes an instant sensation. You might know all these Jones, Jawan. And my man Kevin. I don't know how I'm supposed to say Himis. What that mean? I played for All Hallows, Kevin C. Oh, A Boogie played for All Hallows. I heard of him. There's some real ballers in here. Look at that picture. Look at that picture, Jawan. Look at that picture. That's greatness captured on film. The rise of Air Jordan. All right, number one. When did Jordan first score 50 points in a regular season game? I'm going to let that one sink in. I'm going to go get my sheets. Determination. I like that word, Jawan. Hey, Jawan, I told you you'll love this magazine. I'm going to try to see if I can get you one. They might be sold out. It was only 10 of them in there. I played at 88 to 91. I also played for Bojan Harlem and Brooklyn, USA, Ziggy Cavaliers. It ain't the Cavaliers. Y'all gonna be surprised who it is. I was in Cardinal Hayes with Jamal Mashburn freshman year. Oh, y'all really was balling. Boston, he had 63. It ain't Boston neither. But Juwan ain't Google that yet. Niggas old as fucking here. Yeah, niggas old as shit. Hey, Raheem, you see, look, they older than me too. I ain't the only OG in here. Niggas old as fucking here. The Celtics, no, it wasn't the Celtics. Damn, ain't nobody get this one yet. Raheem say, I'm probably the youngest person in here. You might be, or at least in the comment section. Ask the question again. All right, Kevin. When did Jordan first score 50 points in a regular season game? I'm 49. Oh, so Kevin, you a couple years older than me. I'm in my 40s. I'm 47, bro. It ain't no whole lot to that. I'm 39, laughing loud. Definitely got me. All right. When did Jordan score 50 points in a regular? When did he first score 50 points in a regular season game? I'm 51 with hard feet. I'm 36. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't Google or cheat. All right. Okay, Juwan. You ready? Y'all ready for me to read the answer then? Ain't nobody get this one. I don't want nobody to Google this shit. I'm trying to see who really know what they know though, bruh. Against the Hawks, I believe. Okay, wasn't that one, Kevin? Blessed to be an old head, 50 plus squad and healthy. Hopefully in a couple more years I'll still be healthy too. Oh, I like how you said that. He said the Knicks. November 1, Knicks laughing like shit. You Googled that shit? Do it say November? All right, let me read it. They did. It's the Knicks. It's the Knicks. All right, look, this is what it say. In the opening game of the 1986-87 season, Jordan scored 50 in a win over the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. It was Doug Collins' first game as an NBA head coach, and he recalls 2 minutes to go in the game was tied. I'm soaking wet with sweat. I've chewed my gum to a powder. It's around my mouth. And I saw this hand come out with a cup of water. And it was Michael Jordan. And he looked at me and said, Coach, take a drink of water. Clean that stuff off your mouth. I'm not going to let you lose your first game. I know you should have heard that one before, Juwan, because I heard that story when he told Doug Collins to take a sip of water and get that white shit off his mouth. He said, I'm not going to let you lose your first game. Nick Killer. I've been a Knicks fan since 1993. Jordan is the Nick Killer. Jordan might be the original Nick Killer. Reggie Miller became the Nick Killer. I never was a Knicks fan. I liked the Lakers because of my step pops. And James Worthy is my cousin. Oh, he got basketball in his family. I remember that story. I remember the story now, but I didn't know it. Oh, I'm going to flip the camera around. Remember I was talking about the Reeboks? They in this picture, look. Who remember them joints? Who remember them joints? That's on everybody, bruh. That's on everybody. But anyway, do anybody remember them joints? That's the Reeboks I was talking about. That's definitely throwback. I had them joints. Dennis Johnson was the first one to wear them. All right. Number 2. Which 2 players were selected ahead of Michael Jordan in the 1984 NBA draft? I think we all know that. I mean, I ain't gonna say we all know that, but all of us that's in here that knew the basketball history so far, I think they know that. But that's the question. That's the next question. Which 2 players were selected ahead of Michael Jordan in the 1984 NBA draft? I used to do robberies with Mikal Bridges' pops. Oh, his pops from the streets? King Von. Hakeem or someone else. That ain't Hakeem. Oh, shit. It is Hakeem. Yeah, you right. But it's so crazy. He said Hakeem is somebody else. No one ever remembers the other guy. Jay-Z made it famous in the line. He said, I ball for real. Y'all niggas is Sam Bowie. That's crazy. He said Hakeem is somebody else. Even Juwan said Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. It's not. It's Sam Bowie. A Boogie got it. You like King Von? Bro, we talking sports right now, bro. We ain't talking King Von. No disrespect. Before the Chicago Bulls selected Jordan third overall, the Houston Rockets chose Hakeem Olajuwon, seen below. And the Portland Trail Blazers picked Sam Bowie. That's why Juwan said Clyde Drexler, because he must have been thinking the Portland Trail Blazers. So even when you wrong, Juwan, your mind's still working. You like that. The Portland Trail Blazers picked Sam Bowie. Olajuwon had a storied NBA career, winning 2 NBA championships, 1994 and 1995, in which he was Finals MVP. Having drafted guard Clyde Drexler the previous season, Portland chose to pass on Jordan in favor of Bowie. Can you imagine what Portland would have been like if they would have drafted Jordan and had Clyde Drexler there with him? Portland chose to pass on Jordan in favor of Bowie, who'd had an impressive college career at Kentucky. Bowie had a strong rookie year, but injuries limited him to 63 games over the next 4 seasons. Though he was a quality starter for the New Jersey Nets in the early 1990s, he never escaped the reputation of being the guy who was mistakenly drafted ahead of the greatest NBA player of all time. What you think about that, Juwan? Yeah, from West Philly. Hold on. He said, I said Sam Bowie. Oh, I must have missed it. You did? Hold on. I ain't see that. That's a fact. He was a Knick killer. I ain't see that you said that. Hey, Boogie said Sam Bowie too. He said, I said Sam Bowie. I ain't see it. My bad. Yeah, I'm from West Philly. He was a cashier, and we used to come through with that fire and break him down the next day. University of Kentucky, Sam Bowie, injuries hurt him. Okay, I said Sam Bowie and Hakeem. All right, you did. Give me my props. I said Sam Bowie and Hakeem. Check back. I missed it. I tried to check back, but I went back too far. Sam Bowie's story similar to Greg Oden. I always thought about Greg Oden. You notice every star has someone they say was better coming in their class. LeBron versus Lenny Cook. I ain't even hip to that with Sam Bowie. What you think about that, Jawad? Bridges' uncle Akil used to sell pounds in high school. He was crazy nice. The Knicks picked Michael Jordan and traded him to the Bulls. Huh? Nah. Hell nah. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. So go back and check. I said, Sam, boy, I got you, bruh. He probably played Roxborough High School. Jordan was basketball nerd. Dominique was chasing the bras. Focus makes a difference. Nah, hell no. Bulls picked him. So I ain't even going. The thing right here just said that. I'm gonna let you read it yourself. Look. Jordan is originally from Brooklyn, New York. He was born there. There they go. We all know the Bulls picked Jordan. Yeah, I don't want to. We ain't gonna do that one. Some things ain't even up for debate. The rise of Jordan. Okay, 03. Only one player has made. Oh, hey, Juwan, you still there? Only one player has made more free throws in a game than Jordan's 26. Who was it? That's the way I supposed to ask that last. Excuse me, that question that last time. Game back on. I'll be back. Yeah. Hate to say, cuz I'm a Duke fan, but Zion not living up to the hype. Jordan is a President career. We all know the Bulls picking. He got traded for Charles Oakley. All right. Don't start. I love Brooklyn, but nah, y'all can't claim Mike. That's North Carolina son all the way. Mark Price. Nah, it ain't Mark Price, Steve Nash. I just said he was born in Brooklyn. That's all. Okay. I thought you said he was originally from there. He was born in Brooklyn. We went over that a couple questions back, but only one player has made more free throws in a game than Jordan's 26. Who is that? You remember that question, Juwan? I hate my Sixers. We had Bridges, John, Drew Holiday, two champions, Jimmy Butler. Three straight threes. Patrick Ewing, no, it ain't him. What is Mikal Bridges' father name? Okay. Stockton or Malone, no, it ain't them. Did you ever have encounters with Spock Ayers and Dre? You from DC, ain't you? Who is Dre? I don't know what Dre you talking about, but Spock is that's my homie. He from DC. Of course I know Spock is. They drunk out there too. It's getting ugly. All right, so I don't see nobody said the name of the one player that had made more free throws in one game than Jordan's 26. The players from Washington D.C. John Stocks was my kind of nigga. Can you say fuck you? Why would I say fuck you? John Stocks was my It's a mean. Is it mean to attack negative vibes? Hey, bro, get the fuck on somewhere. Somebody send that nigga up top. KD, get that nigga out of here. Right under your comment. Get that nigga the fuck out of here. Bridges' pop name is Jack Bridges. He's Muslim now. His Muslim name is Kev. Oh, Alvin Robinson. Nah, he from DC. He sound like one of them internet documentary type niggas. Dre the dude Spock is always talking about. I thought he was. Nah, I don't know. You talking about? I know Tank. Who is Dre? Adrian Danley. You already knew that it ain't KD, it was Adrian Danley. You spelled it right too. Entering 2023, Utah Jazz forward Adrian Dantley holds the record for free throws made in a game, 28 of 29 attempts. In January, attempts in a January 4th, 1984 win over the Houston Rockets. Jordan made 26 of 27 free throws in February of 1987 win over the New Jersey Nets. Part of a 58-point performance, Jordan's highest total made free throws in a playoff game is 23, which was on May 14th, 1989 against the New York Knicks. He the Nick killer. Jordan the Nick killer for real. That Reggie Miller shit started later after he did the choke. Michael Jordan is the Nick killer. That's his name, Tank, my bad. Yeah, Tank. I thought that's what you was talking about. James Harden, no. He used to hug the ball before shooting his free throws. MJ the Nick killer. Sixers had Harden too. Old Harden might be my favorite. I still watch them Bulls Knicks games from the 90s. I watched one the other night too. Jordan is the GOAT. Okay, Dexter. I keep telling you, MJ was the original Nick killer. Man, this magazine, we done got 3 stats where he did it against New York. I keep telling you, MJ was the original Nick killer, New York killer. They can never beat Jordan when it counted. Sam Perkins is from BK. You got exposed. That's what you gonna come over here and say? What y'all think about him? Y'all want to get him out of here? You don't have no viral videos, sir. Okay. Now don't get him out of here yet. Don't let him do his thing. Anthony Mason, Oakley, Ewing, Starks. Somebody clicking them anyway. KD ain't going for it. I can't help you. What's up? E salute. Come back. What's happening? He used to have Patrick Ewing so confused. Jordan definitely hold the crown for Nick Killer. Jordan was the Barkley killer too. Yeah. Got him out of here. Yeah, I saw that. They got, yeah, Cam, you saw. Send his ass straight up top. Send his ass straight up top. My favorite Jordan is the 93 joints. Space Jams. Put his ass in timeout for 30 minutes. KD got that knife out on his ass. He was also a Cleveland killer as well. Yeah, but I think the New York Knicks was a more formidable foe. You definitely hold it down for DC all day. Salute, man. Shout out to my homies, man. DC or nothing. Mmm. Damn. Hey, y'all just saw him? They still down 10 though, boy. Out of bounds, turnover. Bugs Bunny Jones. Yeah, them the ones I like. Yeah. Yeah, they're my favorite ones. The Jones with the 23 on the front with the crisscross strap. He might got on a pair of them Jones in one of these pictures. You definitely hold it down. Yeah, Cement 3's my favorite. Oh, my man had on them 3s the other day. Knicks might be in Cancun or Dubai next week, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but big foul. But remember, they came back from 20 down the other day. I ain't gonna count them out. Hold on 1 second, y'all. We're gonna go to the next question. But Mike the Nick Killer, it's a shooting star shown here in 1992 game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hey, against the Cavaliers, they come up a lot too. Jordan holds the NBA postseason mark with an average of 8.2 made free throws per game. Jordan 8, okay. The twos was my favorite joints as a kid. Ziggy bought us those when I played for Brooklyn. I ain't gonna lie, the twos was the best shoes, my favorite shoes that I never had. I like the white and blue 11s. That shit look like the color of North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah, that's Shadow Eli. You're right. He definitely was a Cavalier killer. Yeah, that's Shadow. Elo. All right, hold on. We're going to go to the next jump. The next question is, I'm about to go get my sheets and funnel shit real quick, though. Ooh, out of bounds turnover. What is Jordan's single game career high in blocks? That's a unique jump. Craig Elo, yeah. I messed with all the retros before 17 and 18. Before 17, maybe 18. I got about 6 pair of Jordans right now. I got 1 pair. Who was the biggest star in the 90s? Jordan, Tyson, Deion Sanders? Quite a few. But the question we on now is, what is Jordan's single game career high in blocks? Be right back. I'm rocking pennies before Jordans. 100 blocks, I believe. All right, we gonna see. Hold on. Juwan said 100 blocks. No, Juwan, it can't be 100 blocks. It say, what is Jordan's single game career high in blocks. Oh, Vlad Bambi is say 5. Kevin say single game 5. That's when he won Defensive Player of the Year. KD say 6. KD got it, y'all. Y'all was close. It say early in the 1986-87 season, Jordan blocked 6 shots in a game at Seattle. The Bulls beat the Supersonics 115 to 109 in overtime. Jordan also scored 40 points and had 6 assists. It would be more than 30 years until another NBA player recorded a 40-point, 6 assist, 6 block game. Joel Embiid scored 46 points with 7 assists and 7 blocks on November 15th, 2017, road win over the Lakers. Coincidentally, big rebound. Y'all better do something. Coincidentally, the final score in the victory by Embiid's Philadelphia 76ers was an identical 115 to 109. What you think about that? When Embiid broke the record, the final score was 115 to 109, which was the same score that Mike beat the Supersonics in when he got the 6 blocks. It should be a little. He said, I guess. I would have guessed 4 or 5. They say 6, but Embiid got 7, but he's a much bigger person. LeBron not better than Jordan or Kobe. Okay. I got a question. How many first-team defensive teams did Jordan make throughout his career? I ain't sure. If I'm loud, same here, KD. Hey, Eon, I saw a documentary on DC fashion in the early 80s. New Balance was the shoe. We were rocking New Balance too here in Roanoke. I still rock them now. I got on some workout jumps right this minute. Yeah, we definitely was Super Towns. Jim Brown said we rocking 574s. I ain't rock 574. My father came home from Lolo on that 574 shit. I was on 996 then. No. When I was on 995. LeBron overrated. I don't agree with that. Or 90s. 990s, they came later when I was in jail. 992, 996, 991, 990. When I was on the streets, we was rocking 995. The old niggas would rock 574 sometime. I had 1700s. I had 1300s. The 1300s was like that. And I had another one of them big number jumps. But them 1700s, they was hitting when they first came out. My father loved them joints. Oh, I got Super Tims right now. Yeah, my man got a pair. I ain't got none right now. 574 came out before 995. Yeah, that's true. I respect LeBron's durability and longevity. I respect that. My mother used to make me clean my 574s on the front porch with a toothbrush uptown. That's how I used to kill mine. Not my 570. Matter of fact, I keep acting like I ain't had no. I had the blue and gray 574s when I was young. My father bought them as soon as he came home from Lord. But I liked all the grade 9 New Balance. Vanderbilt. Hold on. I got 49 belows also right now. That's what y'all call Super Tims, right? Need them Nike. Moab, but can't find them. We all did. Oh, somebody say we all did. I used to clean my K-Swiss with the toothbrush, man. You had to keep them Jones white. You can't have no dirty white shoes. I ended up hanging out down there almost all the whole game. We almost through the third quarter. We might go hang out till the game over. Back when Target was Woolworths. Damn, you went way back, bro. That's all old people on this jump tonight, huh? 40 and over. He said Woolworths. Boogie, that nigga LeBron a machine. No bullshit, man. Me gotta come to New York. They got him out now. Apple Intelligence, back to school. Woolworths, throwback for real. Yeah. He threw me with that one. Vintage niggas. I need to holler at my man Rob from Convicts Inc., man, ask him what he think about that Bama acting like that. AB was so much more dangerous than the dirty white boys. A lot of people don't remember MJ said he didn't play at North Carolina Tar Heels. He wanted to play at the University of Maryland. That's in this magazine too. Well, ain't that much Epsom salt in the world can make a nigga play like that after 40. I remember the Benetton bag. Y'all don't know about that shit. I don't know about the book bag. I can't act like I know about the book bag. Vlad abandoned me, but I can say that I had Benetton clothes, jeans, and tennis shoes, shirt, pants, and shoes, and that all together. Like sometimes I wore the Benetton shirts with Guess jeans and New Balance, or sometimes I wore with French fryers with the collar shirt. You know, Benetton had the collar shirts too. I had Coca-Cola shirts that looked just like the Benetton shirts with the white collars. I'm uptown, nigga. We could dress up a little bit. That green bag. I do remember the bag. I just never had one. Diddy or Ohio looking at really just did it. What? Is it bad that I vape at the age of 13? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Coca-Cola shirt. Yeah, somebody remember them, all right. LeBron James is the modern day Iron Man. Y'all tripping. DJ, this is coming from an MJ idolizer. Mickey Mouse gear and the Gucci sneakers. Oh my God. Man, we going back too far now. This ain't my content. We'll have to go to DC Decades for that. He the one know all the old school hookup. But it's crazy. I know some of this shit y'all talking. I have a white red Coca-Cola shirt as we speak. I got a blue one, blue and white one. I never wear it. It's too small. But my people saved some of my relics when I went to prison. And when they moved from one house to another, there's a room in the basement that's like all old shit. Photo albums, photo albums, old clothes, strollers, some old Redskin memorabilia, my old football trophies. Man, that nigga shot like butter. We gonna have to go get some more fun before the night over, bro. Uptown was always on that fly shit. We was crummy on that south. Well, I ain't gonna say that like that, but I understand what you're saying. Cause my little man Chance and all them from over Valley Green, I don't know how they did it by hook or by crook, but they was fly as shit when we was young. He talking about the real Coca-Cola gear, not the T-shirt. Yeah, I'm talking about the real Coca-Cola gear with the collar, like the clothes. Yeah, you right. Like you can get that shit at Hex and Macy's. Iceberg shirts used to be so fly. I ain't getting to the iceberg shit. Drop socks was mandatory in Southeast. Drop sock was mandatory up our way depending on what you had on too. I had the Gucci sneakers with my Guess suit and Oshkosh jumper. Damn. I ain't never had yes I did, I'm lying. In elementary I had Oshkosh. I got my Rican chicken iceberg when I came home from the pen. We used to wear used jeans. We did used jeans when I was in like the late 80s. I was still in elementary school probably. I don't think I got out of elementary school damn in 90, 89, 89 or 90. Hell of a movie. I just ordered me a black and white pair of K-Swiss. Used and damaged jeans. Damn, I remember the damaged jeans too. She was over like a motherfucker. I don't know what you're talking about. I missed it. Chill, Redskins helmet was the first one my pop bought me. Yeah, my father bought me a Redskin helmet and a Redskin helmet lamp. Like it was a Redskin helmet with a lamp that came out of it. Still got it. I'm gonna have to take y'all in the basement one day and just show y'all on YouTube, you know, all that old vintage shit we talking about. I graduated elementary school in 87, yeah. I think I got out in 89, 88, 89. Because my mother died in second grade and they kept me back because I missed so much school. Guess jeans with the polo shirt. Bro, that was my everyday outfit. New Balance shoes, Guess jeans, polo shirt. Madness hat. And I'm from DC, so don't forget that we wore Madness shit. I was an uptown nigga. We was wearing Madness before everybody else. No shot, nigga. No shot. No shot, Bob. Big shot. Oh, he missed. He jacked that money. He jacked that money. He jacked that money. I got my GED in Clinton State Prison. I got my GED in Lawton, DC Department of Correction. That's crazy. We got something in common. Back when Madness was on the other side of the avenue. The first Madness store was at the discount mall on the top of Alabama Avenue where they sold the shirts and hats with the name on it with the socks. For real? I don't think I knew that discount mall out for Madness. Knicks got one more quarter to get it right. You right. I was starting to feel a little funny. Somebody said Knicks finished already. I took my college quarters in Lewisburg Penitentiary when I was there with Mario. May he rest well. Oh yeah. Shout out to Kevin, man. Long live Mink Mink. How about the silky starter jackets? Oh yeah. They different than the ones with the hoods. I remember them too. Them jumps was like that. I had a Georgetown one. The one with the hoods on, I had the North Carolina jump. That was a pretty ass color. If you ain't get your first Madness hat from the discount model on top of Alabama Avenue, you don't know nothing. I ain't never know nothing about that jump, to be honest with you. I never even heard of what y'all talking about. I ain't even ashamed to say it. First Madness joint I'm hip to is on Georgia Avenue. Nah, I never heard of that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what they talking about on the top of Alabama Avenue. I don't know what the fuck that is. Who know about that? I never even heard of it. Yeah, Mario and my old head truck mate, them men rest well, was in Lewisburg together when I was a youngin'. Georgetown starter was popping across the whole East Coast. Yeah, the Georgetown starter. The one he talking about the silky ones. I had that. Town's trying, bro. They look like they might be getting up out of here though. I got robbed for my ready to starter jacket. Starter jackets was dope in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. I love them joints. Like, I had starter hats, jackets, all that shit. Gloves. Starter jackets was dope. This was when they first started. They ain't had no store yet. Yeah, see, like, I could go for that. I heard that. I didn't know that. But I watched a special where they said that they was selling that shit in 79. I didn't get hip to that shit until like mid 80, mid 80s, 84, 85. Them, back as far as my memories go, but remember, I'm 6, 7 years old in 84. With the champion hoodie, yeah. Gray and blue dunks with the G-Town starter jacket. Y'all showing y'all age. Gucci sneakers was for the hustlers in Brooklyn. Gucci sneakers was for the hustlers in D.C. if you could get them. I know a nigga used to drive up to Atlantic City just to get them Jones when one pair got old. Georgetown kid made millions in the 80s and early 90s. Yeah, they should redirect some of that money. Meant to say Raiders. I thought you meant to say Raiders for real. I ain't going to front. You used to get some of my swag from Lions, them Iceberg shirts. Then I forgot them Jamaican shoes that Method Man and them popularized. What, Wally's? Sheepskin coats is warm as shit. Triple fat goose coats in the 90s. Yeah, I ain't do the triple fat goose. I was doing Eddie Bauer when they was doing triple fat goose. My man had the long triple fat goose. He used to keep a sawed-off shotgun in that bitch underneath that jump. What's good, bro? What it do? I remember one Christmas I had the block sheepskin hat and gloves, but not the jacket. Woolridge was the shit. Yeah, Woolridge was the Eddie Bauer that you could afford before you could afford the Eddie Bauer. Right or wrong? Shit, most niggas that got robbed for Eddie Bauer, the nigga who robbed him had on the Woolridge. Uh, you can't shoot no three from out there. Woolridge was the first Eddie Bow. Somebody agreed with me. Somebody dig what I was saying. Gore-Tex. Oh, my father turned me on to Gore-Tex. The Nautica Parkers with the fur around the hood was like that. Yeah. I ain't never had one of them. My pops was a hustler and bought me a sheepskin in middle school. Mom said, hell no, he ain't wearing that outside. Yeah, they was gonna get it up off him. Like to wear that Eddie Bow, you had to have a strap. You couldn't just wear if you wore that Eddie Bow outside in the 90s in DC without no weapon, you was asking for it. Wearing the Eddie Bow on Langston Lane, you had to be a head popper, head tapper. I wouldn't dare go outside without that motherfucking heater with that Eddie Bow on. Somebody said you better have that fire. Who agree? Any of these teams gonna lose to my Thunder in 5? All respect. Okay. The Nautica reversible was the shit jacket with the pants. I ain't never had the pants. I don't know how many people in here from DC, but do you remember them checker, black and white or red and black checker jackets with the fur around the hood? I think them was Woolridge Jones too, if I ain't mistaken. Don't forget the E-Clay glasses. Yeah, I used to love the E-K glasses. And the MCM pouches. I bet you Gully wasn't rocking the EK glass. I bet you Gully ain't have an MCM pouch. Who want bet? I bet you we don't. I'm gonna go find some old pictures when we got that shit on when we kids. Lumberjacket joints. Oh, that's what they was. Get smoked for a coat is crazy. Get smoked for a coat is crazy. I know niggas that lost their life for coats and sweaters. And chains. The Reeboks with the lead on the side. Used jeans from Georgetown. Yo. Yo. Said my man lost his life for a leather vest with the pocket on the back in 91. Oh, what about the 8-ball jackets? My man Suave, rest in peace. They bubble coats that them New Yorkers used to be rocking in the 80s was fly too. Yeah, they was. I got a lot of my swag from New Yorkers. I think a lot of people did. That's what I mean, Eon. I dressed like a DC nigga though, but I had some New York in it. I mean, don't forget that rap influenced a lot of people before the internet. Like, who ain't have a gold chain or some Run DMC Adidas? Oh, what about the Stan Smith Adidas, y'all? Somebody said something, I guess Halliburton ain't overrated. Nah, he ain't. If he did, got it from the beauty supply store. He got it from the beauty supply store. Juwan, you talking about Jersey? I just learned some suede Pumas last week for $37. You took it back. What you gonna wear that? What you gonna wear the suede Pumas with? What is it with black people and smoke? Alarm battery. I don't know, but that ain't what's going on right here. 8-ball jackets. Yeah, y'all talking that over 50 shit now. I ain't over 50 though. Black motorcycle level. Eddie Bauer and Volvo would get you any broad in Anacostia. Jerry G was the man, was the name of them bubble. Oh, back then, us New Yorkers, Jerry G. I ain't even know that. This generation of kids wearing pajamas to school. We was trying to get fly. Somebody said I got a pair of Stan Smith in my closet. I don't. I had a pair. Stan Smith was the first of Alexander McQueen's. You could wear them jumps with a suit. Bought a pair of shell toe in New York. Sadly, this jump don't look like New York might pull it off, bro. 1/4. But I mean, they was down 20 the other day. Somebody said close enough. Ready to style a jacket, probably some. Close enough. Facts, I still got Jerry G's in my mama. Man, them some stats. Stay. Stans was everything. I got some Stan Smith. Yeah, Eon Stan Smith is the first Alexander McQueen. Somebody agree with me. Yeah. Stan Smith was the first Alexander McQueen. All right, somebody agree with me. Stan Smith never go out of style. You know, you got some people never heard of Stan Smith. Stan Smith should make an up-to-date version to compete with the modern shoes, but the original, that's like the that's like the double sole Timberland to me, or the Air Force One. I mean, it's a little classier than the Air Force One, but the all-white Air Force One, you could wear it like a Stan Smith though. Would y'all agree? Or the round level mesh joints. Yeah, you're right. It reminds me of the old cream color Rockports with the little gray hard strip on the back. Adidas top 10s. Man. Yeah, you're right. Them Jones, he went way back. Them Jones was fire. Stan Smith with Sergio Tacchini sweatsuit. You couldn't beat it. Hit the Sergio sweatsuit with some Stan Smith, you could do that, but the Sergio Tacchini sweatsuits off the colorful Asic Tigers, you was really saying something. Or some Nike Air Max that match. What kind of bikes were y'all riding back in the day? I was a dirt bike nigga. I did the 125 Yamaha. I wasn't riding the big boy bikes. I'm scared of them things for real. What's the name of them sweatsuits made like Sergio Tacchini's back in the day? What? We wore Fila Sergio. Them was probably the best ones. Fila Sergio. Fila Sergio. That was the top sweatsuit when I was coming up. Fila Sergio. They had the bird on. Oh, Lecoq Sportif. Lecoq Sportif. I had the shoes. I never had the sweatsuit, but they did have some nice sweatsuits. They had velour Jones just like Fila. Lecoq Sportif. He said they had the bird on it. You right. Who said that? Oh yeah, bruh. Fila. Moss Brown. I seen some niggas with some nice Moss Brown at the Antonio Jones party. Bo Jackson's was the shit. You could die for a pair of Bo Jackson. Taiwan for the youngest. I remember them Taiwans. Moss Brown. Oh, somebody said fire. Laser Reeboks. Yeah. Late 80s Hawaiian shorts. Man. Somebody said it though. Niggas showing their age. Bo Jackson was like that. Yeah, that was the NWA era. That niggas for life era. Any car rolled by you, either was playing go-go or niggas for life. NWA and DC, no lie. Anywhere you go, you gonna hit go-go music or NWA. I had Taiwan velour suits on Easter back in the days with the Charles Barkley's, the first ones. I remember them joints. Oh, head fashion conference. It seemed like it. I ain't even do that. I ain't wear Bally's. That was before me. But I remember Bally's and Wallabies. All my New York men had them Jones. I had the all white lady with the top button. Top button. Joe Jackson. I got shot with them strips in summer '91. Yeah, them was some hell of a times. Walking the safe wheel jam with the Eddie Bible on, you was gambling with your life. Yeah, that's how the mother coast is now. All white, Bo Jacksons. I like the black and gray ones, the Raiders looking joints. Hold on. Lee jeans, who remember those? That's before my time. I ain't wear Lee jeans. I seen a dude with a Lee shirt on the other day. Brooklyn Caribbean Hustlers, Bally's, dress stacks, and the bottom, a button-up shirt with mad jewelry. Yeah, True Bill. Maybe got a Tech 9 in the car. Slick Rick, Greatest Adventure. We pumped that. Hey, young world, it's yours. Well, it's cool to look bummy and be a dumb dummy and disrespect your mummy. Who put you on this earth and loved you since your birth? Man, you taking me back to childhood, man. Slick Rick, Lottie Dottie, Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh stayed in D.C. It wasn't no D.C. New York beef when it came to music. New York thought they ran shit with music anyway, though. Hey, Michael Frey will go down as one of the best dressers in DC history. Facts. Even the old timers talk about that. I'm about to do a story on matter of fact, I'm gonna do a story on best dress. Tony Lewis had to be in there too. That might be a good joint. That might be a good thing, Jawan. I'm glad you mentioned that. I might do that angle. Cause I got some hell of a pictures of Frey that I ain't never even used before. He was rocking that Versace before niggas knew what it was. The moment I feared. What's that? Frey the greatest. Dougie Fresh was DC favorite rapper back in the day. Yeah, I agree. We kinda did with rap music. Y'all had Go-Go. True Bill. Long live Frey. Nobody never said nothing bad about Frey. Well, some people have said bad things about him, but so many good things are said about him that that's a better issue. But I got somebody said Tony Lewis was cool, but he wasn't no Frey. Frey was him. I ain't gonna say all that. Tony Lewis a dressing motherfucker. We talking about dressing. Tony Lewis got some hell of a pictures out. I never heard nothing bad. Well, I ain't gonna bring up no rumors. Mario's. Time out. Never heard nothing bad. Yeah, I got nothing but love for Frank. I could show some pictures. I could put them on the background, but I'm gonna do a story on that. Show how he was dressing and whatnot like that. I'm not saying Tony Lewis wasn't him as a legend. I'm talking about dressing. That Frey was on a different level. Nah, I got you. I mean, somebody else might have misunderstood you, but I think I got you. Madness in motion. NYDC, Chicago, the best dressed big cities in America. Chicago? I definitely gonna put New York and DC in there. Some of them Atlanta niggas can dress too, although they be wearing extra designer though. I ain't never heard Chicago come up when it come to hell of a design or shit like that. Atlanta, facts. I think you might have. Oh, Philly, you definitely gonna be upset about that. You gotta put Philly. You're not gonna put Erie in there. Yeah, Chicago could dress. But see, I gotta remember your age too. DC, yeah, New York. Hey, Frey was a smooth nigga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the horse collar. Philly Dicky suits. Nah, you got some Philly niggas that put it on. Philly could dress also, but Philly ain't a big city. Philly ain't a big city. It's big as DC. What you mean Philly ain't a big city? Like I know it ain't. Nah, man, Philly a big city. Philly ain't no little city. Philly ain't no. Philly a big city, bro. Get a job, bum. Why you the only one? You can get sit up top. You better watch your mouth over here. Why I need to get a job, bum? Yeah, Philly a big city. Chinese collar shirt. Somebody got him up out of here. Chicago got some fly dudes on the suit tip. Suit type time, long live, simple. The P. Yeah, I thought somebody was gonna come in and say that. I mean, that's what I thought. Philly ain't no big city in America. DC is different because it's owned, don't have no state. Frey had that big anchor chain. Yeah, the elephant. His son's got a book out called The Gold Elephant. That's what that chain called, that obnoxious junk. Shout out to Wookie, man. Myra Thomas. He said that junk was obscene. But that's when the legend of Frey really kicked off for street people like convict niggas, gangster niggas that been down low and them was getting money in the streets. They knew who Frey was since back in the day when they had gangs, Flaming Arrows, Marlboro 500. They had street gangs in DC. Not gangs like Chicago or LA. It was a different thing. They was really what DC still had as crews. But back in the day, they had jumps like that. Ask any of the old timers. I mean, Frey and them had names back then before they blew up. The names that you hear now when you talk about shit like Paid in Full, you mention names like Wayne Perry and Alpo. All that shit is late 80s, 90s. Frey was a fixture in DC street culture going all the way back to the 70s. That's a fact. Can't nobody dispute that. Don't shoot no three right there, bro. Go to the rack. Watch he settle for this goofy shot. Bucket. I seen that's what he wanted. It just ain't make sense to me. Frey dressed like an alpha male. Other dudes used to learn how to dress and carry themselves from Frey. You know what type of nigga you had to be walking around with that chain on? Yes. DC definitely was getting paper. The Minnesota Avenue crew, Mac. Rich Porter made rest well. Who Alpo? Yo, from Harlem was dressing motherfucker, made he rest well. Yeah, Rich Porter was one of them original fly niggas, I believe. From the pictures I seen. Traveling the world, getting money. Rolex watches, nice cars. British Knights and Troops. I remember them joints. DC only place I saw people be outside from the age of 5 to 50. Hey, that's a DC thing. Yeah, British Knights. I had the sweatsuit and the sneakers. I ain't never had the sweatsuit. I had one pair of sneakers and then my people started saying something about they was racist or something. I don't know what that was about. But some type of thing happened when it became public knowledge that Coca-Cola, Reebok, and something else supported apartheid. My people stopped letting us wear Reeboks, and that's why we didn't drink Coca-Cola. We drank Pepsi. Like we real black. They handling these boys, man. New York in trouble, bro. Yeah, to wear big shit back in the day, you had to be respected or you was food. That's true, Bill. I like to take a fit look from the 80s. I ain't like, what? I ain't like that baggy 90s wear. That was my era time. Only thing I ain't like about how New Yorkers dressing game, we was wearing the big goofy ass dookie chains and the dinner plate jewelry, but New Yorkers can dress. KKK on British Night. Yeah, my peoples was telling me some shit like that, so they you can wear that shit in my house. British Nights, Coca-Cola, Reebok, and something else. I forgot. As a kid, I ain't fully understand it, but I went with the flow. I had a pair of what? That's I don't know what that is in '91. I don't think I know what that is. Fat Cat was a New York version. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that one, KD. Shit, you must have never been to New York. We been outside since 5 to 50 shit back then. I hate to say this, but our parents was on dope back then, so was ours. And we had to be outside to get any money packing bags. Yeah, I did that as a kid. Help help with the bags, cut the grass, shovel the snow. I made a bunch of money in the wintertime as a kid. Puerto Rican, Jesus Demesio, Rich Porter, even before the Nicky Bonds, although his reputation is shit, but he could dress like shit. Yeah, that's a different form of dressing. That's what I thought about when he mentioned Chicago. They could put that on. I mean, some of the Midwest cities like St. Louis, if you going back that far, them niggas was some dressing motherfuckers. Dudes, you name it from New York City, dressing wise. Yeah, that's them dudes. Yeah, true real. New York people consider DC and Baltimore the South. We are. I mean, especially if you come if you looking at it from up there. Jules Santana can't let the early 2000 wardrobe go. I don't like NY like that. I love DC though. I don't really know what's up with that fat cat thing, so I'm gonna just leave it alone. DC like a baby New York. What? I never heard no shit like that. Fat Cat, nah, he wasn't one of the best dressers. You could say Preem over Fat Cat. Preem was a fly nigga. And since we just talk about dressing and fly niggas, nice there. Brunson. We had the JBM in Philly. Yeah, I met a couple of them. I fuck with a couple of them good men. It should come back in a minute. My phone was ringing. Somebody said DC is DC. Let me know if you hear me, man. Let me know when the sound come back. The New York hater is a Knicks fan. It's back. My phone ringing again. It'll come back. I like your channel, bro. Salute, appreciate it. Back in the day, DC had them bricks land. DC is a major city. That's true. They say Hanover Street in DC Northwest was the money back in the day. I believe it probably was one of them. Philly niggas look, Philly niggas look Aaron Jones like we look at Frey. Yeah, but Aaron Jones had that violent streak attached to him too, though. I ain't even kept up with that Aaron Jones story. I don't even know what's up with him. I know he was on death row. That wasn't travel. He was down 13. This joint about to get ugly. I was in Aaron Jones' crib back in the day. Yeah, shout out to my man Philly Black, man. Christopher Lassiter, he on that case. His nephew was my homie. Yeah, them some solid dudes. The ones I met anyway. Shout out to Biz. I don't think Biz was JBM, but that was Philly Black nephew. Biz was a hell of a thorough Philly nigga. He remind me of a Lord nigga, bro. I seen a nigga. I seen him take a nigga all the nigga tobacco in the penitentiary. Nigga walked up. Nigga used to sell the tobaccos in these little sheets, these papers. So this was when the tobacco first got banned in the feds. So one little sheet of tobacco might be $50 for one little paper. So that's a bunch of little teeny bit of tobacco folded up in a little paper. So Biz tell a nigga, he say, man, I'm trying to get some cigarettes, some tobacco, whatever, whatever. He a big old black nigga. So the nigga say, all right, boom. He say, how much, he say, how many of them joints you trying to get rid of? He say, man, all of them. So he dumped them in Biz's hand. Biz said, all right, cool, they got rid of them. And walked off with that nigga shit. Maca Audio, what? Was Alpo and PC in the feds? Alpo did his time in witness protection. He ain't had to be in PC. It's no jump you gonna walk around in the feds. It ain't like state jumps. It ain't no jump where you just gonna sit in PC. You gonna go to another prison or you gonna keep it moving. You're not just gonna live in PC in the feds. So they didn't have Alpo in no regular joint. Alpo was in a witness protection type jump, one of them special jumps. They call them Jones cheese factories and shit. Coach Jones, his nephew, was my homie. Everything in the grill was white, carpet, furniture, statues, etc. Was Alpo and PC in the feds? I answered that. Okay. I mean, he even came home to witness protection. He got dogged when he left witness protection. When he went back to Harlem. How about Preacher from Harlem? He in an open compound somewhere. Alpo was cheese factory material. Yeah, he did all his time. He didn't do his time nowhere where nobody was at. You don't see no pictures of him and nobody you know. Most of all the Fed pictures you see of Alpo the surface, he in a picture by himself. And if you see him in the picture with anybody, they in witness protection too. If they're a prisoner. JBM all wanted to be nice to his nephew for obvious reasons. We took Storm Candy to the prom. Storm Caddy to the prom. Oh, you know who you know. They said Florida Avenue Grill back in the mid-'80s was the spot to eat and hang. It definitely was a meet-up spot. Like, they made a movie, and I hate to hear DC niggas say over and over again, we need a DC paid in full. Paid in full is a New York thing. But if there was a movie to rival that, and it went back to that times, the Florida Avenue Grill would definitely be a landmark that would have to be a part of some type of film like that. Pancake House on Forestville. Yeah, what else? steak and egg up Wisconsin Avenue. Although I mean a bunch of big hustlers ain't hang out that jump like Lauder and the frequented jump. You'll see somebody up there. Man, this chain nice. I like them type of chains. They nice and small and quiet but look good. I don't know, man. 6 minutes is some time, but this shit looking ugly, bro. They gonna have to go on a hell of a run. Watch it go live on YouTube. They got go live on YouTube? For real? I ain't know that. We got a goofy nigga over here, y'all. We got a goofy nigga. He trying to go up top. TNT Soul Food. I ain't hip to that. Oh, TNT, my bad. Yeah. You know, I went away almost two decades. Can't miss the free throws, champ. This nigga missed two. Yeah, Eastern Avenue. I remember now. What's the score? 102 to 115, Indiana up. What quadrant of the city you think got the best rappers? The most popular rappers in DC probably from Southeast right now, right? You said the most? It's 100 of them from Southeast. Nice shot. Bridges. Hell of a foul. Young Hefe. Southeast all day slum. Yeah, I think that might. I don't want to get into no controversial shit about that rap shit with my young niggas in the city. But you asked the question, say who got the most. You ain't say the best. You ain't say who I like the most. And I like all of them if they talking that slick shit. Even if they talking some shit that I ain't living like. I ain't no free car nigga. I ain't no stepper. I ain't running around shooting people. But if that's the genre of rap they in, if they are good or bad, I can still have an opinion. I mean, I like trap music. I don't sell keys or cocaine. I ain't slinging bricks. That don't mean I don't like some of the niggas that some of the things that some of the niggas rap about. Now, have I done some of those things? Yeah. So if I hear somebody rapping about it and they rapping about it in a way in which it really reflects what goes on in the drug game or in the streets, then I'd be like, not only do it sound good, but it makes sense. Paco Panama, yeah. Shout out to Paco Panama. Siakam. It ain't over though. Damn! Bridges, man. Bridges out there acting like a killer. Ooh, Halliburton. They working though. He said best. He said, I said best. Oh, you said best? Oh shit, you said best. Thank you, Dink. Paco Panama. Wale should have went further. He was nice. Man, Wale doing what he gotta do. I don't know who was the best. Southeast Dude got the torch right now. They stacked. Fourth quarter, he always step up. Dead. He just showed me he ain't play. Down 6. I mean, it's worth watching to the end. At least it ain't a blowout like that other joint. Damn, we gave up on this joint. We been here for a long time. We'll do some more another time when the game come on.
No, she do on the loyalty shit. Yeah, she do. Would it be girl on Friday
Oh shit. Hey, remember we was talking about, shout out to Fat Roddy. Remember we was talking about the numbers that Jordan wore? They do got it in here. Look. It's good, gang. What it do? Number 12. They got a picture of that joint in there. Five red fives on GOAT. Oh, you saw that, Jawan. Okay. The word hood rap for the female. I don't think the word was invented in the 80s. That word came from out of 92 or 93. Yeah, I think it came around the time that movie Minister Society came out, at least on the East Coast. I even think the word hood rat was a West Coast term. Yeah. Yeah, what is Jordan's single game career high in steals? In January 1988 game against the New Jersey Nets, Jordan grabbed 10 steals. He also scored 32 points and 27 points in a 27-point victory, accumulating those impressive numbers in just 27 minutes of play time. Entering the 2023, entering 2023, it is only one of only 25 double-digit steal performances in NBA history. 24. 24, which occurred during the regular season, with one Allen Iverson in 1999 having occurred in a playoff game. Larry Kenyon from the Spurs and Kendall Gill from the Nets shared a single game record with 11. Only Alvin Robertson, and Michael Ray Richardson have a higher career average. Yeah, that's that game we got on 12. Other than 23 and 45, what is the only other jersey? He might be hurt for real. I gotta get ready to eat y'all, man. I don't know. Catch y'all on the next go round.